You're flying so high over cities of gold, but in your mind's eye, something evil takes hold. Call from a stranger, you whisper a name, dive into danger. Like a moth to the flame, and you know it's too late to stop what you're doing. You can't break date with the rhombus of ruin. Next thing you'll be viewing is the Rhombus of Ruin. It's time that you face that there's no reason why you're drawn to the place where you're certain to die. And didn't you get my Mayday telegram to please stay away from that parallelogram? No wise man would tread where you all just flew in. You'll sure lose your head in the rhombus of ruin. Candlestick like gluing, the rhombus of ruin. You're a fool to dare to try to escape from the pool of this slanted square, and your life is on loan. No chance of renewing, and there's no going home from the rhombus of ruin. As trouble is brewing, so don't put your shoe in. You're going to boo-hoo in the rhombus of ruin. Wait. There we go. Okay. Hi! Hi, Sand. Hi, Pody. Hi, Party Girl. Hello, Athena. Streaming, singing. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the singing. Oh, my goodness. Hello. We're going to be doing the Rhombus of Ruin today. And by that, I mean I'm going to be drawing the Rhombus of Ruin today because I can't play it because it's a VR game. So, what is the Rhombus of Ruin? The Rhombus of Ruin is a Psychonauts game. Hooray! They did the Kingdom Hearts thing where they made an important game for the story, a spin-off game on a completely different system. So, I can't play it because it's on a completely different system and I can't do VR games. So, we're doing this instead. Hooray! And stuff. All right. So, just a quick note about the title screen. It's really cool. It's just like an official seal of the Psychonauts on the front. It's got like all sorts of fun stuff on it. The brain. It's just, and like there's a jet. It's a very cool jet. It's flying around in the background. I mean, as you're playing Switch Sports, maybe eventually someone from stream can play with me if they have it. Yeah. But yeah, that's the title screen. Anyway, you start the game. And Raz, who looks like this. Let me... well, that could be better, but... it's Raz. There he is. Alright. He is very excited because he is a Psychonaut. Hooray! And he's on a real Psychonauts mission where he is rescuing the kidnapped grand head of the Psychonauts, Truman Zanotto, who is the father of Lily Zanotto, who may or may not be Raz's girlfriend. He is unsure. She looks like this. She's like one of the few Psychonauts characters with a neck. Which just sounds weird, but, like, it's true. Anyway, there she is. But he's very excited. He's on a Psychonauts mission. He's meeting the grand head of the Psychonauts, okay? Psychonauts are, like, super secret spies. Just for anyone who doesn't know. Alright. So. And he's, like, floating. He's, like, imagining all of this. He's thinking about it all. There's figments everywhere. And then Mila comes, wakes him up. Mila's awesome, by the way, just for the record. She's, like, kind of a go-go girl. I drew her very badly, but... she comes and wakes Raz up. Oh gosh, I'm so nervous. Ah! And she's like, hey, I wanted to make sure you're okay, and also that you knew that you were speaking out loud. And Raz is like, you heard all that? And she's like, only that last part about Lily. And so, she walks back to the front. And she's like, it's adorable, don't worry about it. She walks back up to the front of the plane. And she and Sasha, who, like this. That was a very bad drawing of Sasha. I am so sorry. You know what? Never mind. Sasha is a square. Let's go with that. Sasha is a rectangle. If you could find someone called Dogchild with blue hair and the Guardian with brown hair, that's us. I can leave a pic of our sport. I'm sorry, I can't read. But they're trying to make contact with the Psychonauts headquarters. And they do get in contact for only a little while. And the person at the mother lobe is like, sorry, we're too busy for camp business. And they're like, no, it concerns the kidnapping, but they hang up on them. Which, oh no. So they resolve to look for Truman by themselves. And, my brain just short-circuited. I'm sorry. Mila's like psychically reaching out to look for him. And then we get our first psi power tutorial, which is for clairvoyance, which essentially means we can see the point of view of anyone else. Who we want. Anyway, and clairvoyance will be basically our main method of getting places. because we are strapped to a chair the whole game. It's moments like these I really wish I had a VR set and could use it. Anyway, there's like Lily's right there. Mila right there. Yeah, she's doing psychic stuff, as Psychonauts are prone to doing. Over this way is Sasha, who's also trying to figure out where Truman is. He's just not as good as it. Overhead, there's like an overhead compartment. She's in a chair. The monitor that you're learning the psi powers on, it's right here. Over this way is a bathroom, with Coach Oleander is inside. He looks like that. There you go. There's Coach Oleander for you. Anyway, you use clairvoyance on Lily. And you learn that, no, cat, please don't. You learn, well, you don't learn anything. Raz asks how Lily is holding up. And she says she's worried about her dad, asking where he is. Why isn't headquarters telling them anything? And Raz promises her that they're going to find him. Using clairvoyance on Mila, Raz gets all excited about viewing the world from the eyes of Mila. She's like, yes, and you're very welcome, but remember, I'm still looking for Truman, and asks him to be quiet. Then you go into Sasha's mind, use clairvoyance on Sasha, and Raz makes a comment about this being really cool, about this being how Sasha sees the world, because like Mila and Sasha and Coach, they're all like his heroes, just for context. And Sasha's like, not usually from this high up in the air. And going a lot, I'm sorry. Then you use clairvoyance on yourself, on Raz. And Raz is like, so, this is what people see when they see the world through my eyes. Fascinating. Next power you unlock is Psypoke. You poke things with Psypoke. That's it. That's all you do. Yeah. There's pillows around the jet. Hold on. Let me draw a pillow or two. Pillows. Hooray. And Raz is like, wow, this jet really is first class. There's another overhead compartment like right here. And when you poke that, his Psychonauts uniform falls out. Hooray! And he's like, he's just like, this is my uniform, basically. Then you get telekinesis as your next power. Or I will be referring to it as TK, and it makes you be able to pick things up. There's a book on astronomy over by these two. And, well, it's not astronomy, it's astropsychonics, which is astropsychic, space psychics. Hooray! And Raz is like, this is your book? Look, Sasha. And Sasha's like, I'm only in it for the science. But Raz and Raz is like, I didn't know you were into aliens. But yeah. There's another overhead storage on this side of the ship that has a squirrel in it. Psychonaut squirrels are great. They look like this. And I love them for that. But yeah, there's a squirrel over there. And Sasha's like, why is there a squirrel on the plane? And Mila's like, that's what you expect when you park a plane in the woods. But you can use clairvoyance on the squirrel. And you can see the world from there. And he's like, I'm feeling a little nutty. And the squirrel scolds him with squirrel noises. And he's like, who asked you? There's a hatch right next to this screen that has toilet paper in it, and opening it makes Coach ask for toilet paper. The next power you learn is Pyro, and you can use Pyro to light the toilet paper on fire, and give it to him, and you get an achievement for that. I think it's just called Fire in the Hole, if I remember correctly. I am sorry, this is not going as well as I was hoping it would. But when you're taught the controls for Pyro, Raz makes a comment that Lily is better at burning things than him, but knowing when not to burn things is undervalued. I'm enjoying it. I'm glad. Burning just about anything. Like, let's say you want to burn, I don't know, a pillow. Burning the pillow will make it, catch on fire. Go figure. And Sasha will tell Lily to stop burning things. And Lily's like, it's not me! But Lily's just good at fire, so everyone just assumes. Then you get the instructions for Side Blast, which basically you shoot things with your mind. In particular, any mental aggression you have, but that's more related to the first game than anything. When you get this Side Blast instructions, Raz is like, it's useful for getting a lot done and breaking a lot of stuff. And then, why did I only just now acknowledge the squirrel thing in my notes? I have a bunch of notes next to me. I have 19 pages front to back of notes on this game, just so you guys know what I'm looking at when I get quiet for a moment. There is a overhead storage, the one above Lily. It has the sealed seal of the Psychonauts on it. Saipoking that one makes a music box fall out of it. Wow. And Lily picks it up. Well, no. Hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. No. You side poke it, and Lily's like, it's reserved for her dad. Because he uses the jet sometimes. And that her dad used to visit her at camp. And, but she got embarrassed, so she asked him to stop. And then she calls herself a horrible daughter. And starts crying. And Mila's like, no, darling, that's not true. And Raz wonders why it's locked when the others weren't. Then you use Psy Blast on the overhead department, and then the music box comes out. Hooray. And Lily picks it up. She's like, my dad's old music box. And Mila's like, that's beautiful, Lily. And she's like, it used to be my grandma's. And Raz asks why a family heirloom is on the jet. And Lily's like, I don't know, but I'm glad it is. And then Raz is like, have you thought about using clairvoyance on the music box to try find your dad? And she said she did, but she's either too freaked out or too involved, or the signal's blocked, or he's... Raz offers to try to use clairvoyance on the box instead. Oop, wrong one. And using clairvoyance on the music box, Raz starts to receive a signal. The others focus their psychic powers on him to help. Alright, so now... the scene changes. Raz is now viewing things from the eyes of Truman. Wowza. Let me just, like... So here's Truman. He's in a bathrobe. He is hanging by his head. He's got a briefcase in his hand. It's like a metal briefcase. He's got pajama pants on and some slippers. And his head is in this thing. Right? That's in this thing. There he is. Alright, so... And like, there's a couple guards around. Let me just, like... Because he's, like, above a thing. There's, like, a chair right here. Because he's, like, hanging from this thing. There's a thing with a guard at it. Oh no, there's guards around. There's, like, another guard. He's reading a book. Don't worry. Oh gosh, it's so bad. And on the opposite side, there's, like, another guard. He's over here manning the buttons. Just, like, all a bunch of toys. He's manning them, alright. He's the button master. Because this is like the opposite side. There's another one with a different button. Just a big button. There's another one over here. Also with a button. And like over this way, there's one who's watching a show. Let's give him popcorn to show he is watching something. All right. So, Raz makes contact. Sasha tells him to look for clues. The clues can be found in any order. And Mila adds that if they can find out where this is, they can go straight there. They can fly right away to that place. And Lily just wants to know if her dad's okay first. And Truman himself is unconscious. Not awake. So, on this thing. All right. Hey, how about this? Chat, pick a number between 1 and 3. Including 1 and 3. You don't have to just pick 2. 2, okay. All right, let me grab clue number 2. All right, above them. Up above. Well, after pressing some buttons and stuff with the button master, a window opens. This window reveals they're under a lot of water. Just a ton of it. They're under an ocean. Second, third, fourth, okay, 1 or 3. Pick a number. Pick a number. There are 3? Okay. Clue number 3 is you go watch what this guy's watching, because you're using clairvoyance on all of them to see this. You're using clairvoyance on him. You're watching what he's watching. It's like a safety tutorial on not to eat this weird don't mess with this weird hazardous material without proper protection and stuff, okay? And on the last slide is the seal of the Psychonauts. And they're like, what? But yeah, they're all freaking out that it's the Psychonauts logo, so this location was once used by the Psychonauts. And the last clue is over here with this guy. On this one. Called Raz is like, his head is stuck in a giant ball, and Lily's like, they cut off his head! He's like, no. And Sasha calls it a psycho-isolation bonnet, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And there's a symbol on it. The symbol means bad things. Symbol means very bad things. And Sasha's like, what are they using as the anti-catalyst to keep him from using his psychic powers? And it turns out that it is that you can open this. You can open it. There's a little slot thing you can open with the buttons, and once it's open, Raz like he does not feel well, and the adults are immediately like, "Oh, it's Silurium," and then they're all going, And once all the clues are together, Sasha, Mila, and Oleander, they're all like, they all know the location, which has been abandoned by the Psychonauts. And Lily's like, do you know where my dad is? And Sasha tells her they know, but it's not safe. Mila tells Raz to regather his thoughts very carefully to avoid Silurium sickness. Silurium sickness is going to be a big theme throughout this thing. Just trust me on this. And then you go back into who are you? Truman. You go back into Truman's mind, and he stirs. Lily's like, we're coming for you, Dad! And Truman's like, don't come here. Not safe. And then they go back. Raz is back in the jet. Hooray. Hooray for Raz in the jet. We love Raz in the jet. All right. So he's a bit disoriented after all of that. Sasha's like, how many fingers am I holding up? And Raz is like, purple? Sasha's like, close enough. Then, we're already through 2 pages of my notes. Let's go. Lily's like, we found where my dad is! And she's much happier now that they know where he is. No, that is not the... There she is. There she is. She's happy and stuff. Oh god. What am I doing? There she is, much happier. Give her some ears. But they found where her dad is, and she's like super excited. And Sasha says it is Outpost Charlie Psycho Delta. Hooray! Outpost Charlie Psycho Delta is great. Just for the record. It's a great name. And that's the only Psychonauts facility it could be. And Mila states it's right in the center of the Rhombus of Ruin. Roll credits? Sasha elaborating that it's a part of the region of the ocean known for its large amounts of planes and ships that supposedly went missing there, and for 4 equilateral sides. Raz tells them Truman said it wasn't safe. He like gets this word out, and Sasha just dismisses it. He's like, the Psychonauts made the legend of the Rhombus of Ruin to keep people away from Outpost Charlie Psycho Delta, and that they've been flying towards it while Raz had been recovering, and that they were actually about to reach it. Raz says, we flew into the deadly parallelogram? And Sasha's like, Rasputin, please. Rasputin, please. Parallelograms don't necessarily have equal sides. And then the alarms start going off. The alarms start going off. Alarms. Look at them. They're beautiful. Anyway. The jet's computer says that the psychonav systems were compromised. Mila tries to have the ship give them manual control, but Sasha is like, it's too late. Wee woo, exactly. Sasha's like, it's too late. They need to focus on fastening their seatbelts. The computer tells them they're losing a lot of altitude fast. Oleander finally comes out of the bathroom. He's like, nothing like a little bit of turbulence to get the bowels moving, before realizing the ocean is getting closer. Lily's like, Raz! And then Sasha's like, Mila, I have to tell you something. And then they crash! They crash into the ocean. And then the theme song starts playing. You know that thing I was singing just before that starts playing? I'm not going to sing it again right now. I could. It's like, you're flying so high. That. Very enthusiastic about this. And during the theme song, there are some credits rolling. Yes, the credits do roll during this. I just realized that's funny. And there's like sharks swimming around. And like there's a pufferfish at one point. It's crazy. And like in order, we see Lily, whose eyes are closed. The music box is floating above her. We see Mila and Sasha reaching for each other, seeming to be pulled apart from one another. Oleander flailing his arms, looking down with a frightened expression. I'm not drawing all this, just for the record. I'm not fast enough at that. And Raz being pulled down by four hands of Galaucho, trying to hold his breath. Because Raz has a family curse where he can't touch water and he's cursed to die in it. So yeah. And then bubbles start to appear. And as he decimated whoever was foolish to play us in bowling. Oh no. And then he wakes up. He's here. Jeez. As a matter of fact, he's like right here, specifically. There he is. There's the boy. And as most people would be, that he's freaking out. We're in our own head. He's like, Lily! And then, once he's aware of his surroundings, he's like, oh no, I'm there. I'm here. And he's like strapped to a dentist chair. Dentist part being important. The dentist is an important part. Okay? Take note. And again, he's like right there. He's like right behind Truman. Raz like tries to mentally contact Sasha or Mila, but is unable to make any connection whatsoever. Taking note. Good. Raz is panicked and wonders where they are and realizes he has to get out of here. He's like, oh gosh. But there's a mirror attached to the chair he's in. It's like right here. And using a sight poke on it, you can turn it around to see buttons. Buttons for this side. And entering said code with like using these guys and then this one. There's a window back here. Oh, wait, no. That's the wrong layer. There's a window back here. And that opens. And you get to see a fish. Okay, there's a fish. And yes. And the purple fish specifically, apparently. And then you use clairvoyance on the fish. Raz expresses excitement over being able to be underwater because, again, he has a family curse. He can't be underwater. Can't touch it. Can't touch the thing. It's very sad. My cat keeps trying to get behind the monitor. Please hold. And step on my notes. Specific is why it's an issue. He then temporarily panics as the window closes again. Oh no! Then he's outside with the fish. I am drawing fish poorly. Jeez. There we go. There's lots of fish types. If only I could draw any of them. Oh, dear. And then he's like freaking out because he can't get back into his body now. Well, he can, but like he's not inside. He's not safe from the water. But then he remembers he's not actually outside. He's still inside. And then he starts hopping from fish to fish. Apparently the next fish is green fish, if anyone's keeping track. You don't have to for this. Jazz wonders where the jet is, and if the others are inside, resolving to get down to the bottom of it to try and find them. He then comments that he's usually terrified of water, but since he's only doing so mentally, he can enjoy it for once. Because, you know, he has family water curses. You know how it is. No, everyone has a family water curse, you know? And he keeps bouncing between fish and fish to get farther and farther down. Like, pretend there's another fish here. Now you don't have to pretend. That fish is just wigged out, huh? Okay, and Raz begins talking about there was an issue of true psychic tales that talks about the Rhombus of Ruin. He assumed it was only a legend, but he was surprised to find out it was real. It was a real thing. My great grandfather had that, maybe. And he's like, according to True Psychic Tales, issue 43, the heart of the Rhombus of Ruin is an enormous Silurium deposit, so powerful it can confuse and attract the minds of pilots and captains for miles and miles, like a deadly mental magnet. And he details that the Psychonauts tried to set up research stations to study it, but no one could handle the effects Silurium had on their minds. Here, let me draw. Because there very much is a Silurium deposit down there. Let me draw it real fast. Oh no, I accidentally turned off one of my things that I, needed. Where are you? Ah, that one. Okay. Fresh eyes. Turn that back on. No, that's not what I wanted either. Where is it? Oh, I turned the... Okay. I know what I did wrong now. Okay, that I don't like that. I'm messing up my own stuff here, man. Anyway, hello Athena, hello Artisan Curses. I'm babbling. How are you today? But yeah, down below there is glowing. It's spooky. It's the Silurium deposit. I'm good and not babbling. That's fair. But yeah, there's the Silurium deposit. There's like cars around because like there's a bunch of boats and stuff around. Okay, it's a bunch of boats. It's like boats. Here's I don't know, a paddle boat, I guess. There, a boat. There's like a few planes. This is all underwater. And there's like also cars. There's cars down here. There's a train at one point. Like way down here. I showed up and I'm already so confused. That is fair. It's a train. There's like a school bus. I am talking about a game called Psychonauts and the Rhombus of Ruin because I can't play it myself. There's a full-on cruise ship. Rhombus of Ruin itself is like, why can't you play it? Because it's a VR game. I don't have a VR set or the ability to play a VR set. There's like a bomber jet over here. Yeah, there's like a lot of things. There's just a lot of things around. But he's surprised about the car. And he's amazed at the large Silurium deposit in the underwater trench. You know, that giant yellow thing I just drew. Play it in your brain. I am playing it in my brain. What do you think this is? What does this look like to you? And like among other things down there, there's also like I specifically mentioned, there's like fighter jets, there's school buses, there's trains, and there's like a UFO. There's a UFO down here, dang it. It's like right here, I want to say. There's a UFO down here. Oh, and there's also like shipping containers and stuff. They're just everywhere, man. It's just everywhere. She's playing it in her brain and projecting to us mere non-telepaths. Hey man, I'm trying to make you telepaths. I should have turned the eye purple, I think. So it's easier to see. Where is it? You. Okay. Should make you purple. There we go. So it stands out better. Alright, anyway. If you can make me telepathic, I will buy you a VR set. Play it in your brain while using quantum physics. I don't know quantum physics. Yeesh! Yeesh! Yes, hello! Hello, cats and hats. I hope you're doing well. Raz wonders why all the vehicles are here and suggests it may have to do with Silurium poisoning. Good, and you? I'm doing all right. I'm going a bit crazy. Let's be honest here. And he's like, it might be Silurium poisoning or psychomagnetism, which he just made up, but it could be a real thing. Potato fact? Alright, potato fact. I will grab a potato fact real quick. Potato fact number 80. Potato fact number 80 is the Irish potato famine happened in 1845 and was caused by a mold known as Phytophthora infestans. There you go. There's your potato fact. All right. So, Raz mentions he can kind of feel the Silarium twisting his mind, and wonders if the others are feeling the same way. My mold known as the British, something like that. Raz, and as he's hopping between the fish, because he's still fish hopping this whole time. Hop, 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 hop. There's lots of fish to hop between, not just like 3, but I'm just drawing 3. Also, Azzy, he stole my phone. Play Rushy in your mind too. To try and get further down into the trench, because it's in a trench. And he makes a mid-mission status report. And under challenges, question, are the fish just floating there, not moving? Most of them are. Like, a couple of them do move, but that's just to stay still for you to hop between them. Right, mid-mission status report. Under challenges, he puts plane crashed, team separated, he's tied to a chair, psi power's not working, weird silent guards everywhere, and under opportunities, he puts not dead yet, some power's still working, and learning a lot about fish. Sorry, random potato fact. I feel like you needed a short break from talking about the game for a sec. That's fair. I don't mind you guys interrupting me to get a potato fact, just for the record. Raz comments he has to find Lily, Sasha, and Mila soon. And that's the coach, who he totally didn't forget. He totally didn't forget the coach. Don't question it. But another fish comes into the fray. Another type of fish. And it is breathe oxygen. It's a jellyfish with a brain. It very specifically has a brain inside. There's jellyfish. Hooray! And upon using clairvoyance on it, whoop! Raz is like, I thought jellyfish didn't have brains. And this must be one of the smart ones. But yeah, jellyfish. Alright. Hello, I have awoken. Hello, Guy. Welcome to the Awakened. I'm talking about Psychonauts. Hooray! He notices the shipping containers because the shipping containers are like right next to jellyfish. Jellyfish have peanut butter brains. I also have a new nickname. Oh? He's like wondering why, if the shipping containers must have fallen off a boat or something. Pony, that's my name. No, not that. You're stealing Pony's name. I was gonna say you stole Pony's name. Oh my gosh. Tog? Oh yeah, that makes sense. But then there's another type of fish. Not you. There's another type of fish that appears. Oh my gosh, there's so many fish. It's a puffer fish. And upon using Psypoke on it, here, puffer fish. It just kind of looks fuzzy. Or if you'd like to be formal, talk right. Nice. There's a pufferfish, and upon poking it, it puffs up, and Raz is like, "Don't explode! Don't explode! Don't explode! Don't explode!" and then, like using the poking the pufferfish actually makes it go higher up. I feel like I'm speaking German. Or that one guy with the really long name for short. All right. Upon using clairvoyance on the puffer, because everyone wants to use clairvoyance on the puffer. Raz is like, he like mentions he's feeling a little bloated now, and like he gets really close to the Silurium deposit. Right? He's like, if he were a human, he could touch it, but he's a pufferfish right now, so don't. And he's like, it's huge, and he wonders where it came from and why it looks like a brain. Because it looks like a brain. It looks like a brain. And Raz notices the school bus, this one right here. And he's like, ew. I hope the kids got off that before this bus sank. And the school bus is on some train tracks. Just as a note, the school bus is on some train tracks. Take a note. All right, and now, where'd my thing go? Okay, there it is. All right, now, wait, not you. He uses clairvoyance on the guards inside the school bus, because there's guards inside the school bus. School bus, train tracks noted. Bus, train tracks. On the school bus, there is 6 guards. They all like wear masks and stuff. It's great. This one has music going. Question, are any of the fish you were jumping between red herrings? I don't think they were. But there's 6 of the guards, right? I don't know why I specifically want to mention there's 6 of them, but there are 6. This is inside the school bus. You can use clairvoyance on the guards to get in the bus. Hooray. Watcha. Here, in this one, I guess. And the very back of the bus, well, the very front, I guess, is more correct, is Mila. She's there. She's freaking out, man. She's like using... She looks like she's using it anyways. She's using psi powers. Mila, yes. There she is. At the front of the bus. She's freaking out. And you use... Oh, wait, hold on. Before I get too ahead of myself. Fish is fish. You bounce between the guards. And Mila's muttering things like, I have to save the children. And Mila like asks himself what she's doing before remarking that she's like in a trance. One of the guards, this one, is listening to the mute radio, and you can see what radio he's listening to. You can see the channel. And it's the song from Mila's dance party. The Mental Minx's Cranial Party is the song's name, just officially. Just fun fact, that's the name of the song. And it gives me trauma because all the figments in the race. But And you can see what radio station he's listening to. It is channel 103.3. Write that down. Well, at least take note of it. And Raz is like, Mila would love this song. Meanwhile, Mila is freaking out. And when you finally use clairvoyance on Mila, the guards aren't guards. They're screaming children. Very scared children. And the train is coming towards the bus because like the train's like right there. It's like right there. It's like coming towards the bus, and she's trying to hold it back with telekinesis. It's not moving in the real world, but she's thinking it is with her Silurian poisoning. And Mila's like, I can't talk now, Rasputin. This butt is caught on the tracks and it's taking all of my strength to hold back this train. I need to save the children. I have an actual notepad file open for this review. Wait, do you mean the guards are actually children? Like they were transformed? She's seeing them as children. They're not actually children. Like, she's under Silurian poisoning and it makes you kind of hallucinate. It's one of the things it does. And she's seeing the guards as children. Because she has trauma. You find that out in the first game. And Raz is like, oh man. Using a clairvoyance on a guard. And then back to Mila. You get the exchange of Mila. I guess I just use this. Mila! No, wait. I have a better idea for how to show he's using clairvoyance. I have a better idea. There he is. All right. So he's like, cute. Well, you know what Santa says? Seeing is believing. He goes, Mila, I need your help to find the other Psychonauts. And Mila's like, I need to save the orphans first. He's like, orphans? And like maybe he doesn't find, maybe like canonically for the Psychonauts lore, he doesn't find out about the orphans? Unclear. But up front here. Perfect. By the way, I have to AFK a bit, but I'll be back soon. Please hold off on the big reveal until I return. Okay. There's a lot of big reveals. Which one? Anyway. Up at the front of the bus. Let me move them down. He's in her mind right now. Alright. So, at the front of the bus, there is a steering wheel. Hooray! Almost like you're supposed to drive the bus. There's also buttons. One of them is a stop sign button. And there's a horn on the steering wheel. And using the horn, you can pop open the bus's engine. It's closed normally. So, like, that's closed. That's open. Okay. So, Raz is like, hey, there's the engine. I tried to get it started, but I don't think driving out of here is very likely. So it's open, right? And using the stop button, the stop sign comes out. For the bus, right? And there's electric eels swimming around. And they freeze when you press the stop button. And so, like, you can stop the eel when it's right above the thing. You close the thing again. And it gets the bus some power. And Raz is like, hey, where'd that eel go? Guess he didn't want to show his face after the battery sucked all the juice out of him. And then Raz makes a comment about the stop. We'll make a comment about the stop sign button. He's like, this button is some sort of hexagon, but strangely, with 8 sides. Everything is so weird here. And upon getting 1, 2, 3, 4 eels in the bus gets power and the radio starts working. Hooray! The radio is working. And you can change what the radio is on. So, of course, what radio station should it be on, chat? Clearly, it should be on 90.5 because Drag Me Down by All Paul, which is an in-game band. 103.3, yes, you're correct. But there's a whole bunch of things in between here and there. It's like Drag Me Down by All Paul. We will get to that again later. Starts playing and Raz is like, they're a weird boy band. Because they are. They're a really weird boy band. Changing the radio station to 94.9 makes whale songs play. And Raz comments that he didn't know whales listened to the radio. Station 98.1 makes you hear Sasha's voice, seemingly trying to communicate with something. Raz is surprised and wonders how Sasha is on the radio. You know what? That's a fair question. I don't think that actually ever gets answered. Changing the radio station to 101.1 makes piano music play, like classical piano music. And the radio station at 103.3 makes the song from Mila's dance party play. And Mila snaps out of her trance. Let me... move them back up. She snaps out of her trance. That's not what I want. But yeah, I want you up there too, but... And she's like, Rasputin, where are you? Who are all these people? Raz is like, Mila, we were in a plane crash. I'm in the research outpost. I think those guards work for Truman's kidnappers. And our kidnappers too, it seems. Are you with the others? No, we have to go find them. Of course. But I don't think I can do much of anything right now, Rasputin. Something's wrong. Something's wrong with me. It's the Silurium. It's messing up our brains, but I think I can resist it. Mori always said your brain was armed like a tank. I think the best way for me to help you is to focus my psychic energy on you, young man. I'll focus on boosting your telekinetic ability, just in case you run into any more runaway trains. Boop, boop. But I can't do it alone, Mila. You won't be alone, darling. I'll be with you in your thoughts, listening to everything you think. Yikes. All right, and after a moment, he's like, Now that I have my TK back, what should I try to lift first? And there, like, a pop-up comes up reminding you how to use TK. That happens with every time you regain a power. I very much appreciate that, even if I'm not playing the game. And I'll be in your thoughts, listening to every single thing. So, like, shuffle everything over. There is a track switch right here for the train. And Raz uses TK on it. And the train starts to move. The train starts to move. She's like, Raz, what have you done? Oh, well, I have a plan. Kind of. Rasputin! Then the train goes past into this edge and it crashes into something. See? All part of my plan. Oh, Rasputin. So now, a bunch more fish and jellyfish appear. And you can start hopping between them again. Let me put Raz back on top. So I can easily... And now, we have Mila here too. I can't draw Mila, apparently. But she's here too. Okay. So now we're hopping between fish again. Let me find the fish. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Milo is here. Noted. Yes. Milo. Well, hi. We're hopping between fish again. Hooray. And there's a bomber, like, right here. And Raz notices the lights are on. And decides to investigate. And Mila's like, I'll be right, and he's like, I'll be right back, Mila. Mila's like, I'm coming with you. On the side of the plane. There is. This is a plane. Oof. I can draw planes. Probably can't. There's a little rodent mascot. I'm going to pretend it's right in view. Don't worry about it. Uh, and there's fish around, of course. Let me find the fish again. I lost them. I'm losing my fish. There's the fish. All right. And there's on the side of the plane, there is a cartoon rat mascot in boxing gear with the words "Heroic Herald." Raz asks, "Who ever heard of a heroic rat?" Because Raz. Raz uses clairvoyance on the guard right here. Herald or Harold? Harold. Harold. Like, aged. We can turn the fish off now. Okay, thank you. Yeah. When you get a second, look at what I sent on Discord, if you would, please. Okay. I will check. Oh, wow. You decimated them, all right. All right. Back to the thing. To the thing where I mess everything up. Ooh. Okay. So now they're inside the bomber, right? They use clairvoyance on this guy. And, like, you get ship controls. It's like a fish right here with guns pointed at it. The guard has the controls. And there's a lot of fish. There's just a lot of fish around this bomber jet. 2 noobs versus pros, and we beat them by miles. Yeah. Russ is like, "Hi, fishy!" And if you press the button with Psypoke on the controls, bubbles come out of these. And Raz is like, "Take that, fish!" It's great. And I love it. And looking up, there's more guards. And they're terrified. Look at how he shakes. He's so scared. So you use clairvoyance on them. And you go through the jet. There's lots of freaking out guards. They're shaking in their boots. Until you get to the back of the ship. With Lily. Lily's at the back of the ship. And she has a hammer. Hooray, Lily with a hammer. And a bomb. This might be a dumb question, but why are the guards scared? Because Lily has a hammer and a bomb. And is hitting the bomb with the hammer. She's like behind this big net thing. There's lots of bombs and boxes around. But yeah, they're freaking out about the bomb, specifically. And they're like, there's a guard, like, right here. Oh, I should. It's a draw. Like right here, there's a rat. We like this rat. His name is Harold. All hail Harold. All right, anyway. So Lily's hitting the bombs with a hammer. The guards don't like Lily hitting the bomb with a hammer. And she's humming. She's going, Frances the flower in the sun. When she gets hot, we'll have some fun. You know, that actually makes a lot of sense that they don't like that. Yeah. Raz is like, oh. Uh-oh. Lily looks a little out of it as well as I was. Yeah. It's all right, darling. I was in a bad way, thanks to Silurium. Let's try to help her like you helped me. And I think that line got mixed up because it's Raz saying it, but I think it was supposed to be for Mila. Anyway. So they use clairvoyance on Lily. Hooray. That looks great. Anyway, and she's still hitting the bomb with a hammer. And when her Silurium poisoning is making all of them look like plants. Everything's plants. She's in a beautiful garden with all sorts of plants around her. It's beautiful. The guards are deer. Like, literally, they are deers. And Raz is like, wait a second. Lily's like, oh, hi, Raz. Welcome to my garden. Lily, you have to stop of what you're doing. These aren't flowers. These are... Shh! Raz, quiet. Plants are very sensitive to psychic energy. I won't have you upsetting them. And, like, there's... The guards look like deer right now, right? And, Raz, like, poking them, I think it is. Makes him say, beat it, dear. And Lily's like, thanks, Raz. But that garden net will keep them out. You know, this giant net. No. The music box. It's right here. Wow. This game sounds ridiculously dreamlike. It kind of is. It's kind of the Psychonauts series. The music box is right here, but it's broken. Oh no. Raz makes a comment that it's damaged, and Lily's like, it used to sing about my father, but then it stopped. And like, you can pick it up, you put it in next to Harold. When you pick it up, Raz is like, I should be careful with it because it's already damaged. And Lily chimes in, not me, I'm fine. Because she's under Silurium poisoning. She doesn't know anything. And then you use clairvoyance on Harold. Not you. You pressed the wrong thing. It's clairvoyance on Harold. We love Harold. Harold is awesome. Harold is MVP. Harold is also really fat. That's the best part. So you go to the opposite side of the room and everything's back to how it was because Harold doesn't have Silurium poisoning. Fat rat, best rat, right? And he also has like a little bomber jacket on. It's amazing. And there's a flea that's like sitting in front of Harold. And with the music box right in front of him, you put the flea in the music box. And using clairvoyance on the flea, you can remove the broken pieces of the box from the gears It begins to work again. Raz is like, where'd my thing go? Like music to my ears. Well, not like music, but actual music. And after a moment, Lily snaps out of her trance. And Lily is like, hey, did you guys hear that? It sounds like, hey, you guys lied to me. You're not flowers. None of you. Even you, Francis. Where's the jet? Where is everybody? What's that light up there? Could that be one of the others? Could be one of the others. I gotta get out of... And then she runs... And then she runs out and she burns down the net. Because she is the pyro person. She burns down the net. And then she grabs her music box. Before she looks at Harold, the rat, she's like, stay put. I'll come back to you when it's safe. And then she physically pushes these guards out of her way. And she's threatening them. Now he needs sunglasses. Yeah, he does. And Raz is like, Harold, meet the real Lily Zanotto. Because that's her name. Her name is Lily Zanotto. Go figure. Anyway, he's a guard, and then Harold runs out of the room. Out after Lily, because Harold is awesome. We love Harold in this house. Yes. In this house. Then you use the guard, you hop between guards, catch back up with Lily again, who is trying to pull a bomb off the wall of the thing. One day I'm gonna get good at drawing these characters. Then I will be a force to trifle with. You're good now. That's true. And if I was actually like taking my time, I'd be much better at it. But can't wait to see the Athena Psychonauts series. Ooh, yes, good things are coming your way. My good pony, sir. And she's like trying to pull a bomb off the wall. I did not draw her in a bomb pulling off the wall pose, but there's like a door right here. And like Harold right here. And there's lots of bombs on the wall. Where did my... Right there. No. Oh no. I drew them on the same layer. No. No. I've made a mistake. There's a door with Xbox buttons, yes. They are owned by Double Fine, Double Fine, who created Psychonauts, is owned by Microsoft now. I put everything on the wrong layer. Ah! I'm listening, but 0% is getting into my brain. All I know is a guy named Harold and some girl jumped over a fish. Something like that. Something like that. Anyway, I guess I'm redrawing all that. Hey, Chalky! Double Fine? I never played Psychonauts, but I did play a Double Fine game one time. I forgot what it was called. Yeah, Double Fine. Double Fine's first game was Psychonauts. But it's probably because me and Azzy are decimating people in all kinds of sports. Yeah, probably. I don't know what Lily's hair is doing, but it certainly is doing it. So she's like, she's trying to pull. This is like the quintessential I'm using my powers pose in this series, is holding your hand against your head. He just beat a girl 5-0 without knowing how to play badminton. Oh. Well, there's Lily. And there's the door. Morning, Athena. Hello, Elliot. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? There's like bombs on the walls. There's a few of them around. Anyway, now that they're not all on the same layer. Broken Age, yes, Broken Age is a Double Fine game. That's a game I played a long time ago, but it's by Double Fine. It was fun. Yeah! So you use Clairvoyance on Lily again. Very sleepy. Only been awake for 12 minutes. That's fair. And Lily asks where everyone is. And Raz is like, I'm with your father. And Mila's in a school. It says she's in a school bus nearby. Mila tells Lily that they're both sick with silurium poisoning. There we are. Silurium? Oh, that must be why I can't lift anything. I'm trying to pile enough bombs here to blow this hatch. Is that safe? Sadly, I'm gonna miss the rest of the story, but this has been fun. I'll check the VOD later. Have fun. Take care, Pony! There's a train connected to it, outside of this wall. If I can get through the door, I can get inside. And go where? Away from the bombs? Away from where all the bombs are? Good point. Okay. I'll make a bomb pile, but you should find a safe place to hide. Yeah. So, you gather up these. Okay. On this layer, you gather up 5 big bombs. And there you go. 5 big bombs. Question. Sorry for so many questions. Should I know what Silurium does? Does it cause mental communication or psychic powers? Silurium is an in-game mineral that I think came from space. It makes your psychic powers go haywire, so you can't use them, and when you are exposed to too much of it, you get hallucinations. And it is spelt... here, let me just put it in the chat. Silurium. I've written this down too many times. I know how it's spelled. But yeah, it's spelled like that. Hello, Nebu! Welcome to the stream! Oh, so it's like anti-psychic, I see. Yeah, basically. Once you get 5 big bombs at the door, Lily says she needs a little bomb for kindling. She's like, bring me a little bomb. Bring me Francis. So you bring her Francis. There he is. There she is. That's Francis. And Lily's like, after you get all the bombs, Lily's like, that's good. anymore and we'll blow this place in half. Okay, Raz. My voices are very bad. I'm sorry. Okay, Raz, wherever you are, plug your ears. Mila is like, please be careful. Please be careful, darling. And Lily's like, Francis, I accept you for what you are. Now, show me what you've got. And then the bombs explode. The bombs explode. And the screen is like white. And then it's black. And then you hear Lily's voice. Hello? Are you in there? Are you okay? And as we're able to see again, we get a face full of Lily. There she is. Gosh. I'm just imagining any of this getting taken out of context. There she is. She's very concerned. She's like, oh, there you are. I'm so relieved. And you use clairvoyance on her. And you reveal she is talking to Harold. There he is. It's Harold. It's Harold. I really am trying to draw this as fast as I can. Face full of Lily taken out of context. Written in my notes. Got it? Oh dear. There he is. There's Harold. When you are in Lily's point of view. And Raz is like, oh, yeah. I knew she was talking to the rat. Buff rat, kind of. He's more just fat. Mila's like, I'm sorry, darling. And then Raz apologizes for barging into Lily's mind. And Mila says hello. And Raz says she's glad, not Raz, Lily says she's glad they're here before explaining that she's going to need help getting through the train because of the Silurium poisoning. You know, that stuff. And if she focuses her psi energy on Raz, it should give him Pyro back. But he needs to leave her mind so she can concentrate. Sounds good. I think she means out of her mind, darling. Oh, right, of course. So, there's a fish outside. There's now train. Hooray, train. With windows. And Lily's like running through the train. And you have to like get rid of obstacles and stuff that are blocking her way. This is going to be such a big... There's going to be so many layers on this by the time I'm done. And there's more fish hopping. And you leave her mind. And Lily runs further into the train. And Raz gets his pyro back. What are we drawing? I am talking about Psychonauts in the Rhombus of Ruin, and I'm giving a entire synopsis because I can't play it because it is a VR game and I can't play VR games. Which is why I'm doing it this way. I want to play VR games. That'd be cool if I could play VR games, but I can't. Physically. I don't have a VR. And once he gets Pyro back, Raz is like, yes! I feel the fire in my belly again. The belly of my mind. And Raz, like, burns down box. Blocking Lily's way through the train. The fire in my belly of my mind. Yes. And we're on the 8th page of my notes. Guys, let's go. And then we basically do the same thing twice. Oh shoot. I put the fire on the same layer as Lily. Oops-a-doops. Rah! Anyway. So there's another door that's getting blocked. But this one has a curtain in front of it, so you have to use 2 curtains. Fire in my belly of my mind. Yes. So you have to use 2 powers to get through this one. And while you're doing that, Lily's like, what is blocking this door? A moose? Which, I love that. Yeah, that's like a great line. I love that. And then it's just a snack cart, actually, but Pyro deals with it just the same. And if you try to use Pyro on Lily, even if accidentally, Raz is like, I would never want to start our Pyro war with Lily. Also, I don't think that would help with the mission. So upon getting through the doors, Lily comments that she sees a light ahead, and that may be where the others are. The next cart has a guard in it. Who has this weird cattle prod thing. Yes, that's what the guards look like. And Lily's like, that is messed up. About the cattle prod. And Lily asks Raz to get rid of him. And use clairvoyance on the guard. It's revealed the guard is hungry. Hooray! Hooray for hungry guards. Oh my gosh. We had someone lag and rage quit. Oh. Then you use some fish jumping. There's a fridge. Oh my gosh. And you can open the fridge. And in this one, there is a block of ice, which you use Pyro. And it becomes a crab sandwich. Yes, this is what it looks like. There's like lettuce on it. And the sandwich is alive. And as you melt it, Raz is like, ah, it's alive. It's still alive. Still looks pretty delicious, though. And the guard chases after the sandwich, which is now running away, which is not a sentence I ever expected to say. The sandwich is running away. But it's under the table. Like right here. The guard's trying to get to it. Caliprod's like right there. Lily. Not you. We're gonna play golf now. Have fun. Lily tries to sneak past. But the guard notices her right before she makes it through the door and chases her through. Oh no. Where is this stored on? Is it stored on? Oh no! I did it again! No! You knew. Good job. Big. I made it on the wrong layer again. Screaming. You know what? I might as well just, like, make a new one. It's fine. And she's, like, trying to hold the door closed so the guard doesn't get in. Because the guard, you know, it's his job. The guard. Keep the prisoners under wraps, you know. The guard is there. The pro tip, if you title the layer as soon as you make it, then you won't forget to make a new layer because you won't have it titled yet. Yeah. I'm just trying to move as fast as I can, you know. But he's trying to get through the door. So, oh darn it. I did it again. Anyway, so you put a bunch of boxes. Lily's like, this door isn't going to hold. I need to hide. And Lily hides behind some seats in the cart because it's like a person cart. And Raz barricades the door with bags. Raz is like, sorting baggage. I actually have some experience with this. And after a large pile of bags, it's at the door. That does not include Lily, but I'm not moving Lily because right now. And once it's good and barricaded, she's like, I think that'll hold the guard out before she runs along farther into the thing. And the next room is the sliding puzzle. I'm not explaining the sliding puzzle, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna do this because I and there's like boxes everywhere. Some of them you can burn, like this one, and there's like this one. You can burn those both. And the point is to get her to here. So you do it. Hooray. And stuff. When she's doing the sliding puzzle, she's like, how are people supposed to get through here? This is a total fire hazard. And I'm sorry. I'm not, even in my notes, I'm like, I'm not explaining the sliding puzzle. I'm sorry. But it does seem to be a difficult one from the playthroughs I've watched. Upon clearing the sliding puzzle, Lily goes through the door, saying, looks like before, and once she's through the door, she's like, looks like I'm not going any farther physically and psychically. I'm still pretty scrambled. I'm going to stay here and keep focusing my psi energy on you, Raz. So she's like this. Why is she frowning? Because she's frowning. I don't know. The good news is that we're about halfway through the game now. Hooray. There she is. all her glory. Athena? No, it's okay. You don't gotta explain. Also, by the way, you don't have to worry about pace either. We're all chilling. Hope you're doing good. Aw, thank you. I just don't want it to get boring, you know? And like, I'm very nervous that you guys won't like this. So I'm like, ah. So there she is. And there's like a giant pile of stuff in the way. And there is Harold, who's stuck in the stuff. Look at him. He's beautiful. Anyways, now we have Lily also in the party. So there's Raz clairvoyance. One day I'm going to figure out how to draw Mila, and then I'm going to be able to take over the world. But that today is not that day. And now Lily is a part of this too, because she's focusing, even though she's right there. But all right, I'm gonna name this real quick. The Slayer is named Claire. Hello, Claire. And so you use clairvoyance on Harold, because he's right there, you know. And Lily's like, Harold, did you get yourself stuck again? When are you going to learn? Oh, you do. That rhymed? Oh, it did. Hooray. I didn't know. Anyway, so you use clairvoyance on Harold. And there's like a candle right in front of him that can be lit. So you do. Clairvoyance gets used. This Slayer is named Claire, except you pronounce Claire. Oh. Whoops-a-doodle, I didn't mean to do that. But hey. So you use not clairvoyant. You use pyro on the candle. And it lights things up, that's for sure. But then a guard moves the candle out of the way. Oh no. There he is. Yep, there's the guard. And the guard's like looking at Harold, and Raz is like, uh-oh, busted. Be cool, Harold, be cool. And the guard sticks his finger in the hole, and Harold bites him. Raz is like, face on the guard. Yeah. Raz is like, did you bite him, Harold? I said be cool. And the guard's freaking out about getting bitten. Raz is like, oh great. Now he's really a fish? What the heck? Because the guard takes off his guard stuff. And he's a fish. Look at him. He's a fish. All the guards are fish, actually. I need you to know that as someone who has never played a Psychonauts game, this all sounds literally insane. That is very fair. That is very fair. And what as Raz realizes that the guards are fish, Lily's like, "Are you seriously just figuring that out?" And Raz is like, "I always thought these guys seemed a little..." And then Harold squeaks. I can't make rat noises, I'm sorry. I am physically incapable of doing such a thing. But after Harold squeaks, Raz is like, "Oh, I was going to say suspicious, but that's a better joke." And then, because there's two guards in this room, and both of them are now revealed to be fish. That's why some of them have hats, is because their mouths are on the top of their heads. I mean, just look at them. They've been fish this whole time. Oh my gosh, someone take a screenshot of this and try to explain it to someone. I guess that's what I'm doing. The hallucination was that they were normal, right? Exactly. So you use clairvoyance on them. On one of them. And you're put in front of a periscope. It's on backwards, but you can poke it to be forwards. And you turn the periscope around, and looking through it, it reveals it's poking into another vessel. And Rez sees there's something in it. And that something is Sasha! And another fish guard. Sasha! And apparently to Rez, Sasha looks like he's giving a speech. And you can use clairvoyance on the guard in the vessel. And that puts you inside the spaceship. And oh my gosh, the spaceship is going to be so complicated. Why didn't I think this through? Sasha is probably the easiest character to draw because he's a square. That's his thing. He is a square. I feel that. I'm a square too. Good thing we like squares around here. Anyways, he's talking to the aliens. Fish. There's lots of aliens around, and there's a star map right here. And upon getting into the vessel, it's you're in a UFO, and there's a cow over here. No, it's not a cow, it's a bull, specifically. And, oh my gosh, I forgot to mention the funny line Raz says. Raz, once he sees the periscope, Raz is like, Okay, now I just have to remember all that submarine training that I took. Oh wait, that was just a comic book I read. But still. So after you get in the ship. The expressions on my clairvoyance is great. But after in the ship, Sasha is trying to communicate with the guards like they're aliens. Sasha's like, fool. Why do I think they'll understand my earthling language? And it's like, Sasha, man, my dude. Wait, I don't get it. Raz reads comic books. He does not have any of these training. Raz is, just for context, Raz and Lily are both 10 years old. So they don't. This is Raz's very first Psychonauts mission. Oh, yeah. So he used clairvoyance on Raz. No, not Raz, on Sasha. And his Silurium hallucination is that the guards are aliens. And Sasha's like, and so that's why on my planet we have artificial butter. Now, tell me something about your planet. And Lily's like, Agent 9! Are you okay, darling? Sasha, we're in big trouble! And Sasha's like, relax, all of you. Everything's fine now. What? I was worried too when I thought that the alien crew had perished in the crash. But look at all the survivors I found. Sasha, you have Silurium poisoning. These aren't flowers. She means aliens. Well, they aren't a lot of things. It's good to be skeptical, children, but sometimes science needs you to be open-minded. We are in an alien vessel. Do you understand the consequences? I just for context, I accidentally made a bunch of new letters while I was writing these that don't have any meaning, and Athena's basically an audiobook right now. Basically, I wrote letters that don't mean anything. Oh, and one of the words in the next sentence is one of those, and I forgot to correct it. But I think what it says is the boon to science. Yeah, there we go. That makes sense. Whereas, like, oh brother, Sasha's like, now let me get back to my historic encounter, will you? Or like audio game, something like that. And like in the corner, there is a gold record. There it is. That is reminiscent of the gold disc on Voyager. Like the real spacecraft. The real spacecraft, Voyager. And use TK on it. Raz proclaims to be rich. And Sasha's like, that is a collection of our planet's music and sounds, which we sent into space many years ago. Go to say hello to the cosmos. The Voyager disc with 2 naked people waving? Yep, that's the one. And Rez is like, and these guys found it, and it led them here, only to get sucked into the Rhombus of Ruin? Well, yes. That was not the intention. And there's like a rotating platter under the star display. And over here, this direction, there is 3 tubes, right? With liquid in them. And using pyro on them changes what level of liquid is in them. And once they get the correct amount, they glow pink. I forgot to mention. There are 3 tubes of liquid with various amounts of liquid. There are 3 tubes with various amounts of liquid. There we go. Raz is like, this is obviously where the aliens keep their snow cone flavor syrup. And using pyro changes the liquid amounts. And once the correct amounts is in each tube, they glow pink. And Raz is like, looks like the reactor core is stabilized now. Or the snow cone flavors are mixed well. Either way, it's a win. And on completion, you get access to these sliders. There's a bunch of sliders. They do different things. Including, like, change the volume of things. Make, essentially, helium noises. And when you interact with this bull, Raz is like, hello, Mr. Bull. I'm going to call you Edgar, after an old friend of mine. Don't worry, Edgar. I'm going to bust you out of here. And, like, one of the sliders, because he's, like, being held. Edgar is floating. So, one of the slides turns off the zero gravity, so Edgar falls out of the thing. And, on this wall, what if his middle name was Alan? Edgar Allan Poe. Love it. On this one, there's like this machine that has symbols on it that look like these. And with buttons. And there's also a thing of hay. There's a bale of hay in here with Edgar. Anyway, you can use TK to move Edgar into the device with the buttons on it. And Raz like makes a comment that this device seems to split atoms, and Lily's like, yeah, that never goes wrong. And once you put Edgar in the device and use the splitter thing on it, you get a horn and a leather jacket. Raz is like, wait, that's where leather comes from? And Lily's like, where'd you think? Where did you think? And Raz is like, I don't know. Really tough silkworms? And Raz is sad about Edgar not being Edgar anymore. And splitting the hay bale in the device gives you a bundle of straw and a needle. And then you can combine things. Combining the leather jacket and the needle makes a spiked leather jacket. Raz is like, I would totally put on that cool jacket if it weren't made out of Edgar. And combining the horn and the needle instead makes a phonograph, which Raz calls part of a Victrola. Placing the phonograph piece next to the rotating platter. Like a little thing right there. There you go. And of the stars to play and the gold record under it. Just pretend it's flat. Just pretend. It's fine. It plays music. It starts playing music. Raz is like, hey, we got a record player. Mila's like, this party is really getting cooking. You guys! This isn't a party! And there are a few songs on the disc. Victrola is a brand, by the way. My uncle has an old Victrola from the 40s or something. Yeah. I know. I looked it up specifically just to be sure. There's a few types of music on the disc. But the most important one is the classical music, which snaps Sasha out of his trance. And Sasha's like, "What? What is that music? Oh, so beautiful. My mother used to whistle this song out in her garden." And Mila's like, "Yes, darling, come back to us. And help us get off the spaceship!" Spaceship? This thing, please. Haven't you examined the material composition and the construction methods? This is obviously just a reproduction alien vehicle, created by the federal government in order to confuse and panic foreign countries during the arms race. The ocean floor is littered with them. Where'd my mouse go? Oh, there it is. Can we go find Coach Oleander and get out of here then? We're on to page 11. Let's go, team. Damn, he knows a lot about fake spaceships, right? Yes, just after the song is over. And then Raz is like, okay, we found everybody. Except for Coach Oleander, who I totally did not just forget just now. Mila's like, how are we going to reach Mori without some sort of link? We'll just have to find a path using jellyfish or something. I guess I need to find a way out of here. And then there's a lot of songs on the disc. But the last song on the disc is Whale Songs. And Sasha's like, if you're not going to play that lovely classical piece, Rasputin, could you at least turn it down a little? And then a whale swims by overhead, because you can see through the top of the spaceship. There's a whale up there now. Let me draw the whale real quick, because it's a cool whale. By the way, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but can we hear the song at this point? Yeah, you can hear all the songs up until now. I'm just I just don't have them out or anything, or a way to play them without ads, essentially. So I'm like, so as much as I would love to show you guys all the songs, I can't. Oh, and I can put Sasha into the clairvoyance heap. Why don't the classical songs, what's the classical song the golden record plays? You don't gotta play it, it's just a name. I don't know. I have to remember, and I don't. Wait, hold on. Let me look it up real fast. Because I can do that. Song in Rhombus of Ruin. Help me, internet, help me. Maybe Sasha's song? I am having trouble finding it. Wait. Maybe Rhombus of Ruin soundtrack? Here's a list of the songs I found. Let's see. Aha! It is called. I'll just copy and paste the name because that's a long name. It's this song. That's the song that is playing. Wait, is there actual music on the record? I didn't know that. I thought like there was just music in the game for it. I didn't know the real one had music. I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure the real one does have music. All right, we were right using clairvoyance on a whale. That's right. That's where we were. And you use clairvoyance on the whale. And Raz can see a lot more. And Raz is like, whoa, I am so awesome right now. What do you see, darling? The majesty of the undersea kingdom over which I rule, with benevolence and wisdom, for I am as great as Poseidon himself. Oh no, I knew this. Oh no, I knew the size would go to his head. So now there is a jellyfish chain. Hooray, jellyfish. Because they have brains. Weird jellyfish. And the jellyfish lead you over to the cruise ship. Let me bring up the big one again. Not you. Yes. The cruise ship. It brings you over to the cruise ship. That one. This one. And the cruise ship has the lights on. And Lily is like, I'll bet you that's where Coach Oleander is being held. And Mila's like, oh, I hope the Silurium hasn't caused him to revert to bad habits. Raz is like, try to take over the world? Mila's like, oh, that's only one of them, darling. Because just for context, Coach Oleander was the villain in the last game. Just context. So everybody needs context. Great. So you get close to the cruise ship with the jellyfish chain. And Raz noticed there's already music playing inside. And that maybe the coach is okay. Once Raz is able to see Coach, it's like through a porthole. Coach is fun to draw. I can't draw him very well, but he's fun to draw. He's just a little egg man. He looks like how I used to draw people when I was 4. That's fair. And there's like fish guards just standing around. Just watching him. So once Raz can see the coach, Mila asks if he's all right, and Sasha asks if there's any signs of Silurium poisoning. Briefly coming by to say hi before I start stream. Okay, hi Elliot. I hope you have a good stream. And Raz is like, there's signs of something, all right. And Coach Oleander is on a stage inside the cruise ship, and he's singing to the fish guards. And attempting to use clairvoyance on Coach will make them go like, I can't get in. His mental defenses are probably on high alert. He has always cared so much about defense, darling. And using a fish guard to get inside the cruise ship, it is discovered that the coach is singing All Paul's Drag Me Down, with a couple guards playing instruments behind him. We started playing the big league, and I got my butt handed to me. Everyone cheer for Azzy. He might win. Go, Azzy, go! Go, Azzy, go! Alright. Oh my gosh, I have 5 viewers. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate you all. But, like, he's on the stage. He's an egg. Leave me alone. He's got the mustache. He's just having a grand old time. Humpty Dumpty, who's got all the strikes and even a turkey dice. Humpty Dumpty is probably right. Because I can only draw Coach Oleander in very specific time frames, and this is not one of them. There you go, he's singing. So everyone's down here. There's some fish guards. One with a DJ table array. One with a keyboard. And another with a drum set. He's still at one with 125 points. Very cool. This is just cursed. Look at it. Anyway. Okay, I need a minute. Okay. So Coach Oleander is singing. Raz is like, Coach's Silurium poisoning looks worse than with you guys. There's already music playing and it's having no effect on him. You okay? I will be fine. The finals wish him luck. He's not going to win, but it's a nice thought. Good luck, Azzy! Mori's mental defenses could be causing a sort of mental echo chamber for the Silurium waves, inverting the results of music therapy. So I should shut off the music? And then all three of them are like, yes! He's sitting on the couch as he pulling his heart out. Heck yeah. Hey, real quick, one thing. Do you mind if I DM you one thing real quick? Sure, Elliot. Oh gosh, it's still cursed. Love it. But yeah, that's fine, Elliot. You can do that. Just realized you guys couldn't see the top of the thing. I feel bad now. Alright, so after they say yes... Oh, sorry, it's not finals, semifinals. Now he's in the finals. Do whatever it takes to disrupt his show and put an end to this music. I was like, right, commencing Operation Buzzkill. And so you can use clairvoyance on all of the band members' fish guards. And you can use pyro to destroy all the instruments. And the fish guards just kind of sit there. No, don't put it on clear. Not unclear. The fish guards just kind of sit there as their instruments get lit on fire. Sorry, I've just like lost my train of thought. It went missing. Ah! Right, fire. Fire. The instruments are on fire. Yes, to be destroyed. It doesn't work. He won! Celebrate! Woo! You derailed your school bus of thought. I did. There's also balloons. Nets holding balloons over on both sides. And you can burn those down. And it releases the balloons onto the crowd below. I'm conscious now. Hello, guy. Welcome to Conscious. How are you doing today? And that just makes Coach more excited, the balloons dropping. And he's excited about the instruments getting destroyed. And you can use, there's like large speakers around, you can throw them around with TK, and I disagree. You're clearly still dreaming. There's speakers you're throwing around with TK. He's excited about that. And he's like, that's right. Let's tear the roof off this place, people. Rez is like, oh, rats. He liked that too. You cannot talk to Tog in that tone. I'm just going to call you Tog every time you say that. Like, that just makes me think of that one caveman game, Nicktoon thing. Yeah. Anyway. Upon destroying everything. It's so cute. I mean, think about it. You were watching Athena draw eggs. Sounds like a dream to me. My heart, the little interactions in bowling when you're sitting on the couch. Alright. Upon destroying everything, Coach is like, that does it! We have officially lost our minds! This party is completely out of control! Rez is like, I give up! What might that stand for? Rasputin, it's time for the big guns. I'm going to focus all my mental energy on you so you can have the power of Psyblast to Psyblast this party to smithereens. It's short for that one guy for you. That one guy with the really long name. That's what it stands for. Of course! Why didn't we do that before? Because no one asked me. Gotcha, yeah. So, you get Psyblast. And, also there's a curtain behind all of them, and once you burn down the curtain, it's revealed an aquarium is there, and there's like posters on the walls. That's for All Paul, the boy band. And he's like, so Raz is like, that's what happened to All Paul. They went on the cruise circuit. And then once you burn down the curtain, you see there are 3 skeletons in the aquarium with mermaid tails on. And Raz is like, oh, so that's what happened to the band. Yeah. This game is dark at times. Well, this whole series is. Let's be honest with ourselves. But it's not even the darkest point of this game yet. Hold tight for that. Alright, so you can use Psyblast on the ship's windows to make them start leaking water in. And you use Psyblast on the aquarium 3 times and it breaks the glass and covers everything in water. I like the stash. It's a good stash. It covers everything in water. And the coach theoretically steps out of his trance? Unclear. And he runs up these like light fixture things that I can't find the name for, but I think we all know what they are. Coach runs up these and he like hangs from this one. Stage lights of some kind, yeah. But he's like on that one because the floor is covered in water and he can't swim. We're about to explain that. The coach climbs it up to get away from the water and begins calling for help, like he's a cat. And once you can use clairvoyance on him now. And so now we're all in Bori's head. Hooray. Just put them there. Yeah. And Raz is like, Coach Oleander, it's me, Raz. Raz, you gotta help me, son. No, it's not a son. You gotta help me. Just swim out of here. I can lead you back to our location. I can't. I can't swim! Not with these stumpy legs. Oh, the Navy was right about me. Hang on, Coach. We'll find a way to help you. Somehow. Try to sound more confident. And so, there's still the guards around. You can use clairvoyance on them. And once you do, you can see mermaid tails are floating around in the water. You know. Oh my gosh, we're 2 hours and 30 minutes into the game. Oh my gosh. It's the extreme. As he did the cool trick shot, he got a split second, aka hitting one pin into the other from one side with the gap. Oh wow. Good job, Bazzy. So there's a mermaid tail. And you can use TK on the mermaid tail to put it on the coach. Basically like that. And coach is like, Hey, is that some sort of Navy SEAL underwater propulsor? And you hold it close to him and he jumps into it. And then he like does a flip. He like falls into the water and he does a flip. And Red's like, oh my god. Because what else do you do when a man flips out of the water with a mermaid tail? And now he is happy. And he has a mermaid tail. Hooray. He said thanks. Yeah. And Coach is like, yeah, I wish the Navy could see me now. And you can use clairvoyance on the Coach again. And Raz is like, Coach, you did it! You're swimming! We will tell no one of your moment of fear, nor of your Silurium delusions. Silurium delusions? Does a soldier have to get poisoned to enjoy a little R&R around here? Never mind. What we need to do now is focus on getting out of here with Truman. We can get past these mutant fish guards pretty easily. Most of them are pretty harmless and stupid. Mutant fish creatures, you say? Half egg, half fish. 100% cool. Yes. Yes, aquatic animals, grotesquely enlarged and made somewhat ambulatory. I recently collaborated with an individual who had some expertise in that field. You haven't seen any dental equipment lying around, have you? What the mutant fish guards for listening to them calling them stupid and ugly. It's okay, the only one who could hear them in that room is Coach. Raz is like, I'm actually strapped to a chair right now that looks like it could belong to a dentist. Oh my god, Rasputin! Get out of that chair! And we add Coach to the pile. Dentist? Yes, dentist. There he is. The ghost of the Psychonauts haunting you. Right, and now we're back. Not you. In this one, yes. So, we're back in Raz's body. Hooray. Actually, let me just redraw it because, like, that's a mess. Jump! As he asked if he should play Psychonauts 2. I recommend it. Though I just recommend all the Psychonauts games. Ooh, triple jump. Yes. Alright, here's the back of Truman. He's still in a bathrobe. Still with slippers on. Still with a briefcase. My mind right now. And you are in the chair. But the guards are all gone. How strange. And this is here. Don't question why it's tilted to the side. I don't know either. You doing good, Athena? Need a quick water break? I probably could use a quick water break, yeah. Especially because I've been talking for almost 3 hours straight. So let me do that real quick. Okay. Water has been chugged. Right. Which is good because we're getting to the last chunk of the game. Alright, we're back in Raz's body. Raz was like gasping and panting. Good that you stay hydrated. Yes. I agree. And Mila's like, Raz, what did the coach mean? Well, you see, there was this one time I tried to take over the world, and I got some help from a dentist / brain surgeon. / lunatic? Everybody, shh. What? No one can hear us. Yeah, but I'm just a little freaked out. Where is he? A thump sound is heard. There's a thump. And Raz starts panicking, trying to find him. And then I can't draw him very well either. Pretend that looks good. You're a thump. I sure am. Anyway, he pops out of nowhere. He's like, peekaboo! I need to make... Oh, gosh. Lovato is probably going to be the hardest voice for me to do. I'm just going to be honest with you all. Peekaboo! Dr. Lovato! Hey, have we met somewhere before? Because if you're a new patient, there is a lot of paperwork for you to fill out. Weren't you the coach? Oh, listen, I'd appreciate if you didn't tell that little army man about my second job. As a freelance contractor, you find to juggle clients from time to time. I'm gonna draw better. Lovato. At least try to. No, cat. Nice voice, thank you. Cat on everything. Cat with wet paws on my notes. Ah! Lippy. You guys won't get Lovato in his full glory if I don't at least try to draw him correctly. Got flowers on his shower cap. I put the claw on the wrong hand. Oops. Oh well. Let me... There we go. Now you can't tell. It's like scar there. There we go. Okay, now back to what we were doing. I forgot what that was. Oh, right. He's monologuing. He's monologuing. Oh, listen, I'd appreciate if you didn't tell that little army man about my second job. As a freelance contractor, I do find the need to juggle patients from time to time. But I don't think he would like hearing that I was moonlighting. just between you and me, I think that little fellow had a touch of halitosis. Am I right? But the customer is always right. It's not like my new client doesn't have his own issues. As like, new client? Who's that? Ah! Nice try. Doctor-patient confidentiality is something I hold dear. I'd be nothing without my professional ethics. And he's like looking at some surgical tools, like a saw, a caliper, stuff like that. Now sit back, relax, and this icky procedure will be over in no time. Procedure? I'll be gentle. I have to. I get a bonus if I deliver your brain in one piece. And like on the hatch, on the floor. Coach. That cackle. Yeah. Coach sticks his hand through it. And he has a psi portal. It looks like a tiny door. Don't worry about it, because it kind of is. But Coach swam through, and he's stuck his psi portal through the door. I need to swap what side they're on. Not you. Oof. Now he has a line. He's on this side. There. Okay. Now, psi portal getting sucked through the thing. And Raz is like, Coach Oleander, that mermaid tail or monopropulsor really worked. And using TK, you can take the psi portal from Coach and put it on the back of Lobato's head. And you enter Lobato's mind. Dun, dun, dun. Oh gosh, I have to draw things. Here we go. Okay. Let me... Okay. Now then. Turn that off. So you were on a ship. There's a clock right there. This compass thing. Staircase. I'm trying to draw a ship as fast as I can, man. It's not going very well. Alright. Ship. Ship has been crafted. Not quite as well as I hoped it would be, but... Also, the ship is like all decorated like a cuckoo clock, just... Yeah, it's decorated like a cuckoo clock. So Raz is tied to the mast of a red ship, floating in a giant bathtub. It's a bathtub. You're in a bathtub. And there is a Lobato on the deck. Let me draw him as fast as I can. Although Lobatos tend to have long legs. There he is. Okay. So, there's a Lobato on the ship. Also, Raz is the only one in here right now. Let me turn off clairvoyance, I guess. So. All right, so. It's just you in that Lobato. Okay. I'm inside of Dr. Lobato's mind, and I'm on a boat. Am I tied to the mast? Hey, you down there! First mate! What's going on? Why am I tied up? Is there a storm coming? There's a monster! Lobato voices are hard. I gotta say, this seems like it would be really hard to do what you're doing, because you gotta remember all the little details to explain. Yeah, that's why I took a bunch of notes. As a matter of fact, we are on the back of page 14 of my notes. I took lots and lots of notes, though a good portion of it is, like, the sets itself are happening from memory. That's a lot of notes. Yeah, there are 19 pages of notes back to front. How many pages are there? 'Cause they're all, like, loose leaf paper. I have 19 pages back to front of notes. So, we're getting pretty close to the end. This part of the game, it gets kind of intense at times, just as a forewarning for everyone. Yeah. Right. There's a great monster lurking neath these waves. A cursed, soulless leviathan that will never rest till it's dragged us down into the black abyss. How about we get the heck out of here, then? You think we wouldn't sail to more friendly waters if we could? Look at the compass! Gone! Lost somewhere along the way. It's enough to drive a man. To drive him. And then a cuckoo bird jumps out of the clock. He goes, cuckoo! Because cuckoo birds are good at going cuckoo. And he's like, oh God, he's here! We're not ready! And then, out of the water, I drew this very badly for what's about to happen. Oh dear. Gotta scale it down, I guess. Okay. Transform. There we go. Hey. Let's just keep first mate Lobato that size, because I don't want to forget to resize him later. So, he's that size. Lobato crew! Yes! Exactly. Yes, that's exactly what happened. But then, out of the bathwater rises a giant Lobato. There he is. He's much higher up in the actual game, but like I gotta conserve space here. But there he is. And he goes, he utters the words, Rub-a-dub-dub, who's in my tub? And first mate, he goes over the clock and he holds the hands and it slows down time. And then you can use pyro to burn Monstrobotos, because that's what he's called. It's Monstrobato. Monstrobato's shower cap. And cause him to dive back under the water. And the first mate's like, yes! Fire! Why didn't we think of that first? If that... Words are hard. Which is bad, because I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. How is that a thing? How have I been streaming for 3 hours already? That doesn't feel right. This game's an hour long. At least a little bit over an hour long. And Raz tells the first mate to slow down time again when Monstrobato comes back up. Boy, does Monstrobato come back up. And this time he has a colander over his head. You know what a colander is, right? Little bowl with holes on it. He's holding it on tight. Oh gosh. Oh dear. More cursed. Anyway. Trying to use TK to pull off the colander makes Raz say that Monstrobato has too tight a grip on it. Cursed cheese head. Exactly. Then Monstrobato does the unthinkable. He throws a giant red rubber duck at you. How could he do this? I don't know why I specified what color it is. It's a giant red rubber duck. Anyway, he throws a giant rubber duck at you. Giant red rubber duck. And the first mate slows down time again. Also, Monstrobato goes quack, quack when he throws the duck at you. And Raz is able to use TK to aim it, and then Psyblast to shoot it at his face, which makes him pull off the colander again. And you can use Pyro on it again to make him go back under once more. Wait, no. It's 2 rounds, I believe, that it takes for him to go under. Then he throws another toy, and then you throw it back at him, and Pyro again, I think. No, it takes 2 for him to remove the colander. My bad. Causes... And so, Monstrobato dives under the water again. You know, it's kind of impressive it's taken me this long to start making mistakes. You have such detailed notes, but you aren't sure about that? No, I just skipped over... I skipped over it in my notes. My eyes missed it. I like looked over my notes, but I skipped that section of the notes is what happened. I see. That makes sense. Yeah. It's kind of impressive it's taken me this long to make mistakes, though. Anyway, he dives down again. And first mate's like, I think you did some damage there. And then, oh no, how could this happen? He switches what side he's on. He changes which direction he's coming at you from. Not you. Not you either. It's colander. It's still colander. There we go. Not you. There. Also, he's got the colander back. That's important too. But he switched which side he's on. Oh my gosh. And then he throws. Does he? Wait, hold on. Yes, he throws another duck at you. Only I could remember. He throws another duck at you. And he's like, Ducky wants to play. And do the same thing as before. TK, aim, Sight Blast. And then he grabs another toy and then another toy before he drops the colander again. And then you use Pyro on him again. And that destroys the shower cap this time. Exposing his brain. His brain is exposed under that shower cap. And then he switches sides again. And back, welcome back. That's why he has the shower cap on. Yep. He switches back what side he's on. And this time he has a colander over his brain. Ew. There we go. Fighting his brain again. And this time he's like, not friend! And then the first mate gets scared, and he refuses to, the first mate gets scared, and he refuses to stop tying again. So then, he looks like he's tipping his hat at you. Oh gosh. Then Monster Roboto throws wooden toys, like a wooden boat, which you can destroy with Pyro. And bars of soap, which you can just Sight Blast, because they're too slippery to use TK with. And you do that. You do that 5 times with alternating between the two. Soap, yes. And he gets so mad at you, he takes off his colander in frustration. And then you fire a Psy Blast at Lobato's brain. Monster Robato's brain. And he roars. And I'm pretty sure he goes back under the water. I can't quite remember. Rawr. Yes. He roars. And from him falls a memory vault. Falls onto the deck. And opens. So that's what memory vaults look like when they're open. And first mate Lobato is very excited about it. He's like, whoa, a stethoscope! I love these things. You have to keep perfectly still when you're looking at them, though, lest you get yourself seasick. And Raz is like, I think he means stereoscope, but I don't want to ruin the moment. So you can use clairvoyance on the first mate. And things happen. Date fact. Okay, let me turn that off. Okay. Date fact. Potato fact number 42. Potato fact number 42 is potatoes that have turned green are not safe to eat. There you go. Especially if they're a Lobato shade of green, because Lobato is green. Just Lobato is green. All right. This is when things kind of get intense a little, so if you want to skip out on this part, you are welcome to. That is your prerogative. Especially if they look like giant Lobato. That is very true. Only if they turn purple are they safe to eat. Yes, clearly. All right. My drawing tablet keeps stopping responding, and I don't understand. All right. Athena, I can take the intensity. Okay, I believe in you. So you use clairvoyance on the first mate, which allows Raz to look into the memory vault. And there is a small house. Steps. So it's kind of boarded up. It's a small dollhouse. And in front of it are little baby house. There are 2 dolls in front of it. Let me just do my best to draw these. Okay, there's that one. And there's that one. Okay. Oh dear. So, these 2 are standing in front of the house, right? Raz is like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. Not sure what this place is, but it feels very private. I think I hit the memory mother load. And there's a couple of the dolls on the step. House. Okay. Bye, son. Well, bye. Have fun at the hospital. I know they'll take good care of you there. Okay. Wait. Stop. I need to address something real fast. I literally forgot what tomorrow was. Oh, yeah? I need to address something real quick. All the characters in Lobato's mind are voiced by the voice actor who does Lobato, who is named Nick Jameson, okay? He has an incredible voice range. Nick Jameson, and they're all like done in a Lobato voice, right? Lobato's voice is like kooky, crazy, high pitched, right? And he's pretending to be a woman for this voice. I am a woman pretending to be a man, pretending to be a woman. Pretending to be a crazy man, pretending to be a woman. And it's like, do the voices all sound like the same person or completely different? For this mind, and only this mind, they all sound like the same person. But the other character Nick Jameson voice acts, Coach Oleander sounds nothing like the rest of them. This man has an incredible voice range. And hey, if any of you are curious, I have a list of some other things he's in. Like, he did he voiced Emperor Palpatine in various Star Wars games. He was Hellbeard in Escape from Monkey Island. He played Edward Hill in Criminal Minds, and he did various voices for the Addams Family. So yeah, this guy's awesome. Like, a lot of the other voice actors get a ton of love already because, like Rasputin is voiced by Richard Horvitz of, Billy from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Zim of Invader Zim, those types. As long as he does a good do it, I accept him as Palpatine. Head pet, thank you for the head pet. But like, this cast is star-studded. But I think Nick Jameson definitely deserves some credit because, oh my gosh. But anyways, this voice is, I'm pretending to be a man. I am pretending to be a crazy man pretending to be a woman. That's what this voice is. So I'm sorry if it sounds weird. I'm not nearly as good as Nick Jameson. So yeah. All right. Anyway. Back to the stuff. Bye-bye! 6-4 voice would recommend. Have fun at the hospital. I know they'll take good care of you there. The procedure won't hurt a bit. We love you. Why isn't he leaving? A woman being a man being a woman in a dream of a presentation of a drawing of a video game about being in a mindscape dream. Exactly. That's exactly what's happening. Just keep waving. The little monster will will give up eventually. Soon we'll be free of this devil child. And then they go inside the house. Oh, wow. That looked mysterious. Okay. I got a question for everyone. If Kingdom Hearts was DreamWorks instead of Disney, who would be who? Oh, gosh. I feel like Alex the Lion would have been in that. All right. Next. A child Lovato. Not a doll child Lovato, just a little child Lovato. Appears on next to the house. He's like just looking in. That doesn't answer any of my questions, Athena. That doesn't answer my question, Athena. I can't answer that. He's like in a little sailor suit. Why ever not? Because I don't know. Sorry, San, I would answer, but I don't remember which characters are DreamWorks versus other things. Yeah. That's about where I am, too. Anyways, this is like me trying to draw Child Lovato. He's in like a sailor suit thing. I don't know diddly squat about Kingdom Hearts. I know Kingdom Hearts, I don't know DreamWorks. We've already exhausted child Lovato looks like an evil puppet. You know, Lovato in general kind of just looks like an evil puppet, so I don't blame you. We are two sides of the same coin, yes. All right. So you use clairvoyance on child Lovato. And he's looking at a latched window, which is easily unlatched. And with TK. Hey, Athena, off-topic question. What's your favorite Fruit Loop flavor? All the Fruit Loops just kind of taste the same to me, so... Alright, there's a bed. And a closet. And in the closet is a child Lovato doll. He's hiding in the closet. Okay. Interesting, yes. And then the parents walk in the door on the thing closes. You're viewing this from his point of view, just for reference. All right, now. Come in here where he can't hear us. Fun fact, Fruit Loops are all the same flavor, no matter the color. Ah, got it. Okay. I can't. I just can't. Can't take it anymore. He's not natural. He's a monster. I've spoken to my colleagues at the hospital. They all agree on the diagnosis and what must be done. Will the procedure hurt him? Well, the ice pick is long, but it's very thin and in the right hands. We are learning why Lovato is messed up, yeah. Oh, I just don't care. I just don't care anymore. We are learning why his name is Lovato, yep. Just don't care anymore. Just take him away and let this be over with. One way or another. And then the dolls disappear again. And then you go back to the front of the house. It's not the front of the house, that's a child. Front of the house. And you get rid of... You use pyro on the boarded up window. When hasn't randomly poking something not worked? So you burn down the boards on the front of the house. And this time there is a child Lovato hiding under the kitchen table. The child Lovato doll hiding under the kitchen table. Randomly poking your own child's brainstem through his nose sometimes doesn't work. So he's hiding under the table, using clairvoyance on him. Against this dialogue. Hold on. There we are. All right, they're in the kitchen. Just pretend they're in the kitchen. Oh no. Oh, do you know from experience? All right, come in here and look if you don't believe me. See? Every spoon bent. But how do you know it was? I caught him red-handed. Except he wasn't using his hands! I've never been this automized. I would be watching Athena if I had. That is fair. He wasn't using his hands! Okay, listen. I'll take him into the hospital with me tomorrow. Have some of the other doctors examine him. We need to be sure. After all, he is our son. Is he? They disappear again. Just all the trauma. Then we move to the other side of the house, which has a bricked up window this time. Using Psyblast gets rid of it. You're right about this game getting darker. I know, right? He wasn't using his hands! How'd you change the font? Anyway. You use Psyblast to get rid of those bricks on the on the window. And inside, there's a crib with a little baby Lobato in it. It's such a dark game, I can't see anymore. I'm sorry. There's a little baby Lobato. He's got like a giraffe right there, and a teddy bear, and a walrus, a manatee, stuffy, and also a mobile. Okay, and then the parents come back. Not you. You're not a parent. You're a first mate. Parents walk in. Well, they kind of ninja their way in is more correct. They like sneak into the room like they're going to sneak up on the baby. Ants, the Prince of Egypt. Oh, jeez. All right. Wait. I'm still reading things. Parents begin phasing into existence. All right. Use clairvoyance on Baby Lobato, and they kind of ninja in, like doing cartwheels and sneaking around and stuff. She's like, "Oh, would you look at our little angel?" Use rotation tool to show them doing cartwheels. You are correct. Okay. Transform. There she goes. She's doing cartwheels. So, and Dad. Transform. Eat it. Oop. Form. Okay, now he's doing cartwheels. There you go. Use city run around, baby. Around like a record, baby. Alright, anyway. She's like, "Aw, will you look at our little angel? Our perfect boy. So sweet and peaceful. His whole life ahead of him. Secret mission to sneak into baby crib." Perfect child, yes. I can already tell he's going to be a doctor, just like his old man. Or an architect. Or a lawyer. Maybe even a dentist. God forbid. Doctor of what? Medicine, probably. Hey, what's this teddy bear doing in... doing in the crib? You know the eyes aren't child safe. Maybe even an artist Twitch streamer. No. They would not approve. Doctor of doctoring. Yes, exactly. Don't look at me. Must have been the cleaning lady. So she takes she takes the teddy bear back out and puts it over here, and then they leave. And then the teddy bear floats back into the crib. And Raz is like, wait a second. You weren't crazy. You were just born a psychic. Holy smokes. An artist Twitch streamer that has random voices and review their favorite game as a VR because they can't play it. Yes. This is recap for the test later. We're going over the syllabus. And then Golden the mobile. This can't be the story of Athena because she's a brain cell Lovato is removed. That reminds me, you accidentally set the category to just chatting instead of Psychonauts. Well, here's the thing, I don't want to give the false positive of we're actually playing the game instead of I'm talking about the game for a long time. So I don't want to accidentally give the wrong impression, which is why I set it to just chatting. It was on purpose, essentially. Wait, this isn't the game we're watching? I mean, it isn't because I'm drawing it in real time. Alright. But then this starts glowing. This part of the mobile starts glowing. And it floats down to just above. But we were playing the game, just in speech form. You guys kind of, I guess. I guess so. And Raz is like, the missing compass! And then it floats out of the room. Turn that off. I thought I was watching you play the game right now. That's sweet. That's sweet of you to say. And then Raz is like, how many times have you died so far, Athena? I don't think you can die in Rhombus of Ruin, so none. Though I did die laughing at one point. Does that count? Anyways, so Raz is like, so your parents took you and they took you and oh man. The toys in the crib, all three of them, they get square holes ripped into their heads. Patches of their cloth gets torn up. Square patches of their cloth gets torn up, so you see the cotton beneath. And then you go back to the child Lovato, and there's another one at the front of the house, this time holding the compass. It's at the back of the house, actually. And this time, using clairvoyance on him, shows a window to a different room. It's a bathroom with a giant, well, not giant, with a doll Lovato, monster Lovato, and a ship in it. And there's curtains. There he is. Athena, I have a question. What's your question, guy? What's the question? And the compass floats down and into the boat. Have you heard of the game I Am Fish? I have heard of that game. You use clairvoyance on the monster Lovato And then back on the ship, and you are back on the ship. Wait, I need to find it. Can you play it? I don't own it, so I can't play it. It's hard to play a game I don't own. Where's... What? Oh, it's soap. It's like, wait a minute, what was that? Need to... Paging. There it is. Okay. Let me rephrase that. Would you play it? Sure. I was seeing rubber duckies flash before my eyes. You sure are, man. All right. So we're back on the ship. And Compass. Compass is back with us. Compass. Not you. Still not you. Where is the compass? Okay, that's the plastic duck sim with extra seizures. Oh no! The compass floats onto the ship and then onto the little platform here. And Monster Botto, doll Monster Botto, looks confused when he's back over there. And you go back to the bathtub. And Compass is on the thing again. And the first mate, I'm not drawing him falling to his knees, but he falls to his knees. And he hugs the compass platform thing. And everything in the world gets brighter, because it was kind of dark and gloomy before. But it gets brighter again. And Monster Botto dives beneath the water. And first mate's like, First mate's like, I think it's time we sail for new waters. And then the melody from the theme from Waterloo World plays in the background as the cuckoo bird pops out again. And is like, Rock! It's about time! And the first mate's like, oh, crackers! Because I guess the cuckoo bird's name is Crackers. And then he leaves Lobato's mind. We leave Lobato's mind again. Oh, crackers! Me too. No. Where did I put everything? That's a whale. That's... We're taking Lovato on a tour of the game. Look at him go. He's witnessing peekaboo. There we go. Okay. We're having a whale of a time. Yes. All right. So, Lobato's back. We're back out of Lobato's mind. And the psi portal falls off of Lobato's head. New waters. Dr. Lobato, how are you feeling? Like a cavity that's just been filled. I've done terrible things. It's not too late to set things right. Lobato, like, he looks at Raz. Then he pulls a walkie-talkie out. He goes, attention, all guards. Release the patients. Bring them all here, and then swim home to your little families. There will be no more terrible experiments in this place. Raz is like, great! And then Lobato chimes in again. Because I'm going to blow it to smithereens! Wait, are the guards really are fish? Yes! Yeah, they're fish. And then Lobato presses a button on the walkie-talkie. And then the alarms start going off again. The computer states that the self-destruct sequence has started, and Lobato is delighted. And Raz is like, you gotta be kidding me! And Lobato drops Truman from the bonnet. So wait, yeah. Need to... So Truman falls from the bonnet. Yes, it is called a bonnet. He's stiff as a board. No. No, it's not. It's much more collapsy in the game, but I can't do that right now. So he's there. And then Lily goes straight to her dad. And Coach, who is still a mermaid. He's trying to stop being a mermaid, though. And Mila is like up here trying to stop things that have yet to happen, but I'm going to draw her up here because I don't want to. Mermaid, more like mer-egg. She's trying to stop things that haven't happened yet, but that's because I don't want to have to redraw her later, basically. And Sasha, who he's over here. Basically. Because again, I don't want to have to redraw him later. Alright. So they all get flung up from the hatch on the floor, okay? And water begins leaking in. That was an excellent pun, it was. The water begins leaking into Outpost Charlie Psycho Delta. And Sasha has the golden disc still. You know, the music one? And Lobato's like, you're all free to go. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And then he runs out. I bet you love these yolks that I'm throwing at you. I do. And he escapes, but he comes right back. And he's like, because it's about to blow up. That's clear to everybody, right? Then he leaves. But then Sasha tries to chase after him, but one of the fish guards tries to grab the gold disc from Sasha, so he gets into a tug-of-war with the fish. Yeah, that more sentences I was not expecting to ever say in my life. Mila's like, this water is coming in, darling. He has to make sure we know he said a bomb. Yes. Wait, it's about to blow up. I didn't know. So Mila's like, this water is coming in, darling. And Lily's like, Raz, come on, my dad. And then hands of Galaucho. Oh gosh, I have to draw the hands. hands of Gulaucho start sticking out of the water at Raz. Because Gulokio, however we're pronouncing it, because of the water curse. There's a water curse on his family, remember? Because there's water coming in. And the alarms are blaring. And when with the hands, unhand them. With the hands, Raz is like, I can't move right now. And then you use clairvoyance on Mila. And Raz is like, Mila, I can help you hold back this water. Mila's like, this water is coming in, darling. Even if all of us tried to hold it back, you just find us a way out of here. Raz is like, on it. And then you use clairvoyance on Lily. I'm gonna turn off the hands again. You use clairvoyance on Lily. And she's like, and Raz is like, Lily, I'm going to find the way out of here, and then we'll all help carry your dad, okay? And then Lily's like, hurry, Raz! And then you use clairvoyance on the coach. This is some very persistent water. Such a strong mind. Then clairvoyance on the coach. Hey, coach, I'm gonna find the way out of here. This is all your fault. Why did you put this thing on so tight? And then you go over to Sasha, who is using, you could say it has a sea of knowledge, but who is doing tug of war with, he's very angry about it. The fish. One of the fish guards. Because the disc. Sorry for all the punishment I brought onto everyone. No worries. I'm enjoying it. They're doing a tug of war. Okay, that's one too many. Now you're going to jail. That guy, Fish, looks unhappy. They usually do. But they're doing tug of war. And use clairvoyance on Sasha. And Raz is like, Sasha, let the record go. We've got to get out of here. And Sasha's like, right after I get this scientific artifact away from this scientific abomination. And there's like a second fish guard just in the back. He's just vibing. He looks like he wants to know if there's games on your phone. Oh dear. Oh, and through this whole thing, Harold is here, and he's squeaking. He's squeaking very much. Harmonica, Athena? Maybe not right this second. I'm sorry. Anyway, he's right there. He's a fat rat, man. Anyways, he's like jumping up and down to try and get to the... darn. Yeah, he's jumping up and down to try and get into this window here, right? And you use clairvoyance on the fish guard that's like right at the door, right? And Harold is jumping at it. And through the window, you can see the jet that's going to get them out of here. Yes! And you can use TK to open the window and lift Harold up into it. And then Harold goes into the jet. Go, little rat, go! Yes! And Raz is like, I hope Harold doesn't leave without us. But Harold is Harold is a good boy. Harold is a great boy. And he doesn't leave without anyone. Anyway, let me draw the jet. There you go, there's the jet. And then Harold, he's in the jet. There he is. Harold in the jet, what will he do? The alarms are still going, but I'm turning that off for now. Then you use clairvoyance on Harold, and Raz is like, I'm in! Time to take off and leave everyone else behind. Then Harold squeaks. The design of that jet seems a little plain. And Harold squeaks at him, and Raz is like, geez, take a joke, Harold. And then Raz flips some switches and presses a button, turning the jet on. And then... oh no. The jet's computer says that Psylocke has been activated, and the Psylocke just looks like giant hands holding the jet like a board guard. But it's pretty easy to turn off the Psylocke again because there's just a fish guard. He's like right there. Crunch the jet. Yes. There's like a fish guard right here. There he is. Like a big hot dog. Use clairvoyance on that guy. You press the button in front of him. Psylocke disengaged. And Raz is like... and a countdown begins for the Charlie Psycho Delta to explode. And Raz is like, the jet is cleared for takeoff. Come on, guys. And he's like, nice work, darling. Now, Sasha, put that down that record and help Lily. I'll get the others. And then Sasha's like, come on, Truman. Let's go, says Lily. Normal-sized big hot dog. Really big, small hot dog. Or a small, extra big hot dog. And then Coach is like, careful, Mila. Precious cargo here. And everyone comes through the door. Sasha and Mila using TK to lift everyone who couldn't walk. Four seconds remain as they get into the jet. Harold just looks so happy in the jet, man. A really big, small hot dog. And Raz is like, we did it. Hey, you guys, what about me? Don't just leave me here. You guys? And then Charlie Psycho Delta explodes. It explodes. And then Raz returns to his own body. I don't see the explosion. Okay, well, it turns its screen white, so I guess you do see the explosion. Or plop. Anyway, Raz returns to his own body. The not seeing is the explosion. I don't see white, I see transparency. Okay, you see white and gray then. And then Mila's like standing right in front of him. And Truman It's right there. With his big beard. Not I have a crush on this lady. But Mime's that it's my turn with the body. And he still has the briefcase. I am mentioning the briefcase on purpose, everyone. Please. Not that it'll pay off in this game, but it does pay off. He's in his slippers. Why would we care about an insignificant detail like a briefcase? Chekhov's briefcase. Oh, but it becomes significant. Anyways, you're back on the jet. I'm gonna forget about the very case very briefly. Also, Coach Oleander's like, he's right there. There you go. And he's still in his mermaid tail. I'm gonna forget about the remember it just in case. And Lily's right here next to her dad. Dr. Eggman, because because Mr. Eggman, because Dr. Eggman was taken. And Sasha's over here. And like, this is a VR game. You can look around and see all of these people around. He's back at the front of the plane. All right. So you're back in your own body. This is exactly what you see right after the explosion. And Raz is like, don't leave! Oh, hey. And Mila's like, relax, darling. We carried your body on board along with Truman. And Coach is like, come on, you think we'd leave a man behind? Sasha's like, I also carried Murmuri. Raz is like, sorry, I've been out of my body for a while. Mila's like, of course, darling. And you were amazing. Now rest your body and your mind. She has such a sensuous voice, too. Oh, dear. That was an out-of-body experience, yes. And Mila goes back up to the front with the ship with Sasha. Sasha notes that they're clear of the Rhombus and sets course for Psychonauts headquarters. And then Lily shakes Truman awake. And she's like, Dad, please wake up. I have so much to tell you. And then Truman like, and Lily whispers to him. And then Truman jumps awake. Your boyfriend? And then the credits roll. And then the credits roll. Father, awake! Also, there's an alternate version of these credits where Lobato is in the overhead compartments. But I don't know if that's like the current version or if that's an older version of it. So her boyfriend. And the credits go on for a while. It's like the credits are actually, there's so many people in the credits because so many people worked on this project. It goes on for about, I want to say 6 minutes of credits. But at the very end of the credits, there is the phrase, Raz will return in Psychonauts 2. See you next Thursday. Play us out, coach.
I'm on my way to gain my freedom. I won't let you hold me down again. I curse the day I let you become my everything, but I just can't depend on you. You're never at home. Even when you are, girl, I still feel alone. Never in my life have I been this slow. I want to run away, but you won't let go. And I can't really see us working out. I think it's best if we both go a different route. When we met, it was the best thing I've ever known. I give you everything you'd ask, yeah. Now wondering what I ever meant to love. I just want to rise above, but you're holding me. Yeah, you're holding me. Down, down, down. All you do is drag me down, soldier. I don't want you around. Can you promise me when you leave you won't drag me down, down, down? I cannot take this anymore. You are rotten to the core. I ain't ever gonna let me soar, are you? Can you drag me down?